How to cope with sexual infidelity. Before sexual infidelity, the marriage may have contained mutual love, respect, and trust. If you have never experienced this level of connection, sexual infidelity will likely become the final reason for ending your marriage. The spouse who had an affair makes it a priority to help their spouse feel safe again. This means the spouse who had an affair is willing to go to exceptional measures to regain their spouse's trust. It also means that the betrayed partner will be given enough time to process and recover from grief and pain, even if it takes longer than the spouse who had an affair thinks it should. After you have processed the initial shock of learning that there has been sexual infidelity in your marriage, you and your spouse need to think and talk about this question: are we able to move forward together? Before you can answer that question, here are a few pointers to help you think through this difficult decision. 1. The affair must end. If you want to stay together, the affair must immediately stop, cold turkey. If the erring spouse hesitates and still wants to keep the back door open, then your marriage relationship will not be restored. The spouse who had an affair can change their behavior, focusing on honest disclosure and a complete cutoff of all relationship ties with the other person. 2. A recommitment must be made. Marriage after infidelity goes through a fundamental change, where the foundation is broken and must be re-established to move forward healthily. Furthermore, the unfaithful partner needs to be willing to make a commitment and promise that an affair will not happen again. 3. A lot of patience will be needed. If you decide to stay together, you must both realize that it will be a long and difficult road to restoration. You will need to be patient with one another. The spouse who cheated must be willing to give the betrayed spouse all the details and time they need to get over the facts. Your spouse may still be hurting and may need more time to process before healing can take place. The spouse affected by sexual infidelity must learn to forgive genuinely. Some people cannot get past the impact of an affair, and forgiveness would mean they can move forward in the relationship past the affair. 4. Accountability is essential. The one who strays must be willing to be accountable for their movements at all times, even if it feels unreasonable. That will show that they are repentant and want to change. Once the affair has been discovered, the longer the spouse keeps secrets, withholds information, or continues in any affair behavior, the harder it becomes for the marriage to survive. For the spouse who had an affair, genuine forgiveness helps them heal from shame and live without fear of continual accusation. They must try to gain the necessary insight into the reasons behind sexual infidelity. 5. Underlying issues should be addressed. The one who cheated needs to recognize the issues or tendencies that may have caused the infidelity so that those things can be addressed and avoided. Even the one who was betrayed can ask what they may have done to contribute to the situation. It can be very helpful to consult a marriage counselor or therapist who can help you overcome the effects of infidelity. 6. Seek help from an expert therapist. It would be extremely challenging to try and walk through sexual infidelity on your own. Seek guidance from an experienced family or marriage counselor. They have seen this all before and have a tested strategy to help you and your partner move through this difficult time in a way that can, if done correctly, actually strengthen and enhance your marital relationship. Seeking help from a marriage counselor is essential in helping with this process. To guard against repeat behavior, which is likely, a person needs to understand the various factors that were at play when they chose to be unfaithful. All in all, sexual infidelity does not automatically mean that your marriage is over. Many couples can testify that they have been able to restore their relationship to an even better and deeper level than before the affair. The couple must assess whether the marriage is worth saving or if it would be better for them to go their separate ways. If the couple decides to stay together, they must understand that change and acceptance are essential to recovering from the impact of an affair.